let's try put that back and see if I can get back on track for AWS. So let's just set up, I'm just going to like copy a page and be like, let's set up an AWS Lambda function that gets and puts to an S3. See this and see, probably don't need this one, but see that. Okay. So AWS is a little different than Cloudflare. You saw here that I'm binding the bucket, I'm binding the durable object. And by doing that, I get access to get, set, delete, list, all those things, right? That's because Cloudflare doesn't have a good story for permissions. You just cannot restrict access to a binding. It just has access to everything, right? AWS, if you're familiar, is totally different, right? It has granular IAM policies, which is the thing I've been obsessed with forever, which is how can we automate policies because everyone forgets them? And how can we make the type system guarantee that we have the right policies? And how do we guarantee that they're least privilege or as close to least privilege as possible? That's what I've been working on for like a very long time. And effect requirements is what sort of unlocked a whole new exploration there. But in AWS, we can actually bind each of the individual methods, right? So this will map directly to, what is it, S3 get item policy, right? And this is S3 put item policy, right? And if I come and wire this up, I'll probably need to just do SSO 1 sec because my timeout is low, and make sure that Alchemy update it. Yeah, so here we go. I've added in AWS and Cloudflare. So I just merge the providers. AI knows to do it, but like to your question before of like, what if I want to use two clouds? This is how. And now if I run deploy, you'll notice that the bindings look a little bit different. These are policies now. So the bindings are individual, and you can wrap these up in an effect and give me a read access one. But the point is, we should be writing least privilege policies that are guaranteed by the type system so we can deploy compliant production ready apps. In AWS, we take advantage of that by allowing you to sort of do these individual bindings.
So I'm assuming if you try to use like put object or something like that in an effect that doesn't have the policy provided, you get some type error.
Oh, you just won't be able to. Like this gives you the method.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you have to provide these layers. So each of these things come with layers. So that's how you plug in different environments. Like, give me the layer for AWS, give me the layer for EC2. So let me show one more example, and then I'll call it done. Which is, let's do in the same worker, show me a queue. Subscribe to the bucket events and sync them to an SQS queue. This is the last feature, which is event sources. So I'll just give it this as well, just to be careful because we're at the end of a demo. So yeah, you can see here, like we're catching the tag. This is the value of distilled as all these errors bubble up, and now you can write like what good is an effect SDK if you don't have tagged errors? Like, you need retries. So that's what we're solving there. So the last thing is like, okay, cool. These are all APIs, right? Like the request is coming into the worker, it's coming into the function, it's handling it. What about stuff in the background? Asynchronous stuff, right? Like every time an object is written to S3, run this code, right? So the way that we do that is just with effect streams. So in my initialization, I can set up this asynchronous job. It's an event source. In Lambda, it's going to be implemented with Lambda event sources. If you're deploying to ECS, it'll do a polling job, right? So the layer, you swap it out with the one for EC2, it's polling. Swap it out with the one that's for Lambda, it's just a native Lambda event source. But to that question of coupling before, this is another form of decoupling. This can work in EC2 and Lambda. You can't write code like that without this, right? So you can see that we have some new bindings, right? We've got an SQSQ resource. I created a sync. So this gives me the ability to send message batch. And it also implements the sync, the effect sync for SQS using distilled SDK. And then I get this effect stream of the bucket notification, all type safe. do something with it, stream.run to the sink. There you go. You got all your policies and you got everything working with effect, and it should be nice and concurrent and type safe. And yeah, so uh,
Very
I'll
cool.
leave it there. That's my demo for now. Like I can take it further all the way through. Local dev is coming soon, so we don't have the sort of local emulation. So deploying to the cloud, but running things locally, so you can iterate on a website. We've also got, you can just go straight to CI/CD. This will set up deploying preview environments of all your infrastructure in GitHub, and then tearing it down when you merge the PR. And we've got Vite websites. Like you can just deploy any Vite website to Cloudflare like instantly. 10 stack start, or you can deploy Astro, whatever. So like there's a lot more here, but I wanted to show the core of how Effect can revolutionize infrastructure and building apps in. And I think this is directly, I can't imagine trying to teach this to people like 2 years ago. But with AI, it's like we almost don't need to teach anything anymore, right? We just need to teach the AI. I think the potential for like these vertically integrated experiences is like more than ever before. Like we can build specifically for AI as a user, and that's what we're trying to do with Alchemy.